welcome to my channel. My name is Kim and I am the owner and nail artist here at Kim's Nail Bar. So I wanted to show you guys the process of how I take my nails from drab to fab. And I also wanted to take this time to introduce myself. This is my first, official video on YouTube, and I really hope to make some more videos in the future. So yeah, we'll get into it. Well, you see that I've already been getting into it. I'm filing my nails now. I'm just trying to get a soft square shape here. I want to start growing my nails again and taking care of them. So I wanted to use this new solid gel that I got from American Creator. It's a framework gel. And it's beautiful. So I just wanted to, try it out. I've been using IBD usually on my sets. But yeah, I just wanted to try something new. So I'm here going in with my Erica's tapered bit. And I'm trying to get under the cuticle pocket. I'm trying to get rid of the dead skin that's on my nail plate, and I want to lift the pocket up because in my process I usually use the cuticle scissors to remove the dead skin from the eponychium, which a lot of people confuse with the cuticle, but that's something we can talk about in another video. So I'm going with this inverted comb bit just really lightly to remove any dead skin on the sidewalls, any hanging nails, and once again going at the base of that eponychium and trying to get under the pocket to clean and lift it up and prepare it for the cuticle scissors, which is something that I do after I prep. So yeah, I've been doing nails for about 2 years now, I would say. I was licensed last year in July. So I've been licensed as a nail tech since July 2024. I've had some experience in a salon, and that's where I got a lot of my knowledge from. But I have also been experimenting with different products, different bits, just to kind of find my own process and how to do things and find a more efficient way for me to do things. So this is part of my process now, but it can evolve, and I would encourage everyone to, definitely try new things to see what works for you, what works for your clients. That's always something that we have to keep in mind. Not everybody's nails are the same. There's different factors that go into play when considering the bits that you're using and the techniques that you're using on people's nails, just to always maintain, their healthy nails. So I'm sorry if I'm rambling. Like I said, this is like my first YouTube video, and yeah, it's nerve-wracking, but I figured I just had to not pull the plug, but rip the Band-Aid off and just put myself out there because everyone else is doing it, so why not me? But okay, let's focus on this part because this is really satisfying. It's the cuticle scissors. I'm using the scissors from Stylix Pro. They're Expert 50s, I believe, and they're type 3. There's so many different types of cuticle scissors out there, but these are what I trained with, and I have not tried any other scissors. So, of course, I recommend these, but, if anyone else has any other recommendations, these are really thin and sharp. And really allow me to get into the cuticle area here with precision. which is essentially what we want in this type of technique, right? We want to make sure that we're precise and are able to get exactly what we need to get out and not extra and not be harmful to the skin. So yeah, I hope to be posting videos about nail art. I love nail art. If you guys can see some of my shorts, it's of some of my nail art, and so I have a passion of, using nails as a little tiny canvas to challenge myself to paint different things. Vivian, who is the owner and the boss lady at Pamper, like, she completely inspired me to even start this journey. And I always saw the masterpieces that she created, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I could do that. So anyways, here I am doing nails now, so that's exciting. But anyways, now I am taking my sanding bit. This is a mini sanding bit. This is a fine grit, 180 grit. I'm just going very lightly over the nail plate. It's not going fast at all. The RPMs are really low. I just want to scratch up the nail plate and remove any excess cuticle from that was there. And this is the final prep after that. So now I'm applying alcohol to get rid of, and using the nail dust brush to get rid of any dust, because now I'm going in with the application. So once I dust everything out and clean it, this is what it looks like. This is as it's dry. And now I'm going to go in with a dehydrator just to, you could never do too much. I feel like it's always better to be on the safe side. Going with my Protein Bond by Young Nails, applying a layer of that, allowing some time for it to dry. And now I'm going to open this pot for the first time. This is also one of the first times that I use the potted gel. I go in usually with a thin layer of base gel all over the nail plate. I try to get as close to the cuticle as possible. I try to cover get as close to the sidewalls as possible, just making sure I cover the entire nail. This is going to help with retention and allowing the bond of the product to the nail. So I've had really good success with this. This foundation is the Gelish foundation. This brush is perfect. I always want to make sure I'm capping and sealing the edges with the products that I use, because that's going to help protect the free edge from any chipping or lifting. So that's what I'm doing here. Yeah. I was taking my time. This was my little me time, so I was just doing the thing. So I make sure, if I get any product on my skin, I'm removing it with a brush, with a cleanup brush. It's always important to not get any flooding of the cuticles or sidewalls, because that's going to lead to lifting, and we don't want that. So yeah, you see that these nails are relatively short. So when I go to the free edge, I try to pull back the skin on the bottom a little bit so that I can expose the free edge a little bit more and cap and seal those edges. So now I'm going in with the Framework Gel by American Creator, and this is going to be a really thin layer of the product, which is also called the slip layer. And I'm trying to get through the whole nail. I'm capping, sealing the edges, just like I did with the base gel. And with this, I am doing one nail at a time. Here I'm cleaning up the excess around the cuticle area because that's going to lead to lifting if I leave it there. Now I'm just making sure I get everything. And now I'm grabbing a bigger bead. And guys, once again, this is my first time using it. So if you guys have any suggestions or tips or feedback, please let me know. This is an open platform to have discussions. I want it to be a safe place for people to, be able to provide feedback, but also ask questions. We're all learning and growing. That's all that life is about, So I dropped the bead, and with this was my first nail, so I'm like, I thought I had a little bit too little of product on my nail. So you'll see I'm trying to drag it to the free edge, and I'm like, this is kind of thin. So I eventually do pick up some more product, and I'm cleaning up the cuticle as I go. But I'm checking the line of light just to see. I want to make sure it's all good to go. So as I apply more of the product, I make sure to just use my liner brush to help the product flow a little bit closer to the to the sidewalls and the cuticle without having it touch. I'm flipping my finger upside down just so that I can create that apex, and I'm checking the line of light, and I'm curing it. So once it's done curing, we see here that I did my first nail, and it looks beautiful. Beautiful. So I'm going to start with the second nail, and this is the same process. I think as I went through each nail, I, of course, adjusted the amount of product that I placed on the nail, and I feel like each nail came out looking a little bit better than the last. So yeah, this is basically the process that I'm doing here. Applying the slip layer, grabbing a bead, applying it to the nail, and dragging it down to the free edge, and using my liner brush to move the product, and flipping my my nail upside down so that the product can kind of gather, for gravity to be able to pull the product to the center, to be able to make the apex. And then I would make adjustments with the liner brush, to make sure the product was flowing to, and the apex was setting in the correct spot that I wanted it to, so that my nails could be protected. But I'm going to speed up this process just so that I can get to the rest of the nails. But yeah, essentially this is the same process. Yeah, so as this process is sped up, I just wanted to take this opportunity to, thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you. Please let me know where you're from. I definitely want to connect with people and build a community. Let me know if you have any questions that you want me to cover, anything related to nail art, anything related to nails. I'm not an expert. I'm going to say that right now. I'm not here to try to paint myself as a master educator or anything like that. I am a beginner nail tech with some experience, and I just want to build everyone's confidence. If there's something that I know, I definitely want to share it. I don't want to keep any secrets. There's no reason to really do that because there's enough business for everyone, right? But yeah, I'm open to, sharing any information about anything you guys, have questions about. I really want to do tutorials on nail art. But if there's something you guys want to see specifically, I'm down. Just comment below if you want to subscribe. That would be great. And thank you guys. Thank you. So I'm now curing. I was curing the thumb. Ooh. And I made sure to cure it while I was upside down just before putting it in the lamp so that the gel wouldn't kind of flop to the side. As I form the thumbnail, the apex on the thumb, it's important, at least for me, to cure it before going in the lamp so that we set it in place and don't really mess up the structure that we built on there, okay? So that's what this looks like without anything on it. Yeah, this is just the framework gel. And isn't it gorgeous? I felt like a new girl. I was like, what? I look like an actual nail tech now. I don't look all bummy. Well, at least my nails. So yeah, we're gonna go in now with the top gel. This top gel, guys, is gorgeous. Oh my god, I have not experienced a top gel like this yet, and this will be my go-to. To be honest, I was using Koopa, and Koopa was my girl. Koopa was my go-to, and then I was using Gelish, the top coat that we had to wipe. But let me tell you, OMG, this is good. I mean, I just love it. The consistency, it's just, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just beautiful. Like, okay, so you know how some gels, like some top coats, they kind of pull at the tip? Like, I feel like this one just doesn't do that. It has the right amount of consistency to be able to fill any indents and stuff, but it doesn't pull, and you don't have to work as quickly like Koopa, for example, and especially with the Gelish, they're thinner consistency. So I feel like by the time, especially if you're like me and you take time with applying the gel polish or the top coat, by the time you're getting to the pinky or the last finger, your nails basically look all lumpy at the end. And I just like how this didn't give me that experience. I just love it. So I highly recommend that. But if you guys have any other suggestions for top coats, please let me know. Finally, I have my nails on right now. It's been a couple of days.
I'm trying a new product,
and the shine is incredible. I love it.
And I'm trying to make content.
Yeah, that's the top coat. So I'm gonna make sure to apply it to the nails.
What time's your client?
And
is it almost 3?
Once I'm done applying this, of course I'm gonna cure it, and then we're gonna finish file. Then make sure to clean any excess on my skin before I cure, so that doesn't cause any issues later on. And then I cure. So bye. Yeah, I realized it was on for 30 seconds. I didn't recall that changing, but I made sure to put it for 60 seconds. And voila. This non-wipe.
Oh wow, that's shiny.
It is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Like, I just couldn't stop touching it. It felt so glossy. So as I mentioned before, I go in with the finish file. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going underneath, trying to remove any excess gel that's hanging or anything like that. Just trying to get it really nice and clean, ready to show off and show out. Yeah, so I pull the skin back and separate if there's any top coat. Pulling the skin back helps that separate, so that filing is a little bit easier. So that's what I'm doing here. All right, Hunty, and this is the time. Just apply cuticle oil. I'm applying cuticle oil like there's no tomorrow, but it is all worth it. You gotta hydrate them cuticles. Oh man, beautiful. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think. I definitely think it's worth it to invest in really good products. Like I said, I've been using IBD in the past, but I hope to be able to use American Creator a little bit more. Just have to get the hang of it, but look at that finish. And it's ready to, well, before the top coat, it was ready to apply any color I wanted. I was thinking about doing nail art, so if you guys have any ideas for that, please comment below, and I would love to paint my nails with whatever theme you guys pick. That's all. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. You are the best. Have a blessed day. Bye.